Today is day 96 of reading through the scriptures. I'm really excited about our last chapter, which is in Acts. It's the story of Stephen. And so, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, at least go skip to ahead to the end. And that's the most powerful chapter in today's reading. Well, wait and see, because we got a good chapter in Jeremiah too. Anyway, we're starting in Leviticus chapter 6. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, when any being sins and committed a trespass against Yahweh and has lied to his neighbor about a deposit, or about a pledge, or about a robbery, or shall extort from his neighbor, or has found what was lost and has lied concerning it, or did swear falsely, so that he sins in regard to any one of all these that a man does, then it shall be, when he sins and shall be guilty, that he shall return what he took by robbery, or what he has extorted, or the deposit which was deposited with him, or the lost item which he found, or all that about which he swore falsely. And he shall repay its total value, add 1/5 more to it, and give it to whom it belongs on the day of his guilt offering. Then he brings his guilt offering to Yahweh, a ram, a perfect one, from the flock, with your valuation, as a guilt offering to the priest. And the priest shall make atonement for him before Yahweh, and he shall be forgiven for whatever he did that made him guilty. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, command Aharon and his sons, saying, this is the Torah of the ascending offering. This is the ascending offering, because it is burned on the slaughter place all night until morning, and the fire of the slaughter place is kept burning on it. And the priest shall put on his linen garment, and put his linen trousers on his body, and shall take up the ashes of the ascending offering which the fire has consumed on the slaughter place, and shall put them beside the slaughter place. And he shall take off his garments and put on other garments, and shall bring the ashes outside the camp to a clean place. And the fire on the slaughter place is kept burning on it. It is not put out. And the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and arrange the ascending offering on it, and shall burn on it the fat of the peace offerings. Fire is continually kept burning on the slaughter place. It is not put out. And this is the Torah of the grain offering. The sons of Aharon shall bring it near before Yahweh in front of the slaughter place, and shall take from it with his hand, from the fine flour of the grain offering, and from its oil, and all the frankincense which is on the grain offering, and shall burn it on the slaughter place for a sweet fragrance, as its a remembrance portion to Yahweh. Then Aharon and his sons eat the rest of it. It is eaten with unleavened bread in the set-apart place. They eat it in the courtyard of the tent of appointment. It is not baked with leaven. I have given it to them as their portion of my offerings made by fire. It is most set apart, like the sin offering and the guilt offering. All the males among the children of Aharon eat it, a law forever in your generations, concerning the offerings made by fire to Yahweh. All that touches them is to be set apart. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, this is the offering of Aharon and his sons, which they bring near to Yahweh, beginning on the day when he is anointed. 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a daily grain offering, half of it in the morning and half of it in the evening. It is made on a griddle with oil. Bring it in mixed, bring the baked portions of the grain offering near, a sweet fragrance to Yahweh. And the anointed priest from among his sons, who is in his place, prepares it, a law forever to Yahweh. All of it has to be burned. And every grain offering for the priest is completely burned, it is not eaten. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, speak to Aharon and his sons, saying, this is the Torah of the sin offering, in the place where the ascending offering is slain. The sin offering is slain before Yahweh, it is most set apart. The priest who is making atonement eats it. In the set apart place it is eaten, in the courtyard of the tent of appointment. All that touches its flesh is to be set apart. And when its blood is sprinkled on any garment, you wash that on which it was sprinkled in a set apart place. But the earthen vessel in which it is cooked is to be broken. And if it is cooked in a bronze pot, then it is to be scoured and rinsed in water. Every male among the priests eats it, it is most set apart. And no sin offering from which any of the blood is brought into the tent of appointment to make atonement in the set apart place is eaten. It is burned with fire. Okay, where are we at in Jeremiah? Jeremiah chapter 30. 31 is one of my favorite chapters in the Bible, so this is a good prerequisite or preparation for that chapter, I think. The word that came to Yirmiyahu from Yahweh, saying, Thus spoke Yahweh Elohim of Yisrael, saying, Write in a book for yourself all the words that I have spoken to you. For look, the days are coming, declares Yahweh, when I shall turn back the captivity of my people Yisrael and Yehudah, declares Yahweh, and I shall bring them back to the land that I gave to their fathers, and let them possess it. And these are the words Yahweh spoke concerning Yisrael and Yehudah. For this is what Yahweh said, We have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask now, and see if a man is giving birth. Why do I see every man with his hands on his loins like a woman in labor, and all faces turn pale? Oh, for great is that day, there is none like it. It is the time of Yaakov's distress, but he shall be saved out of it. And shall be in that day, declares Yahweh of hosts, that I break his yoke from your neck, and tear off your bonds, and foreigners no more enslave them. And they shall serve Yahweh their Elohim, and David their sovereign, whom I raise up for them. And you do not fear, O Yaakov, my servant, declares Yahweh, nor be discouraged, O Yisrael, for look, I am saving you from afar, and your seed from the land of their captivity. And Yaakov shall return, and have rest and be at ease, with no one to trouble him. For I am with you, declares Yahweh, to save you. Though I make a complete end of all nations where I have scattered you, yet I do not make a complete end of you. But I shall reprove you in judgment, and by no means leave you unpunished. For thus said Yahweh, Your breach is incurable, your wound is grievous. No one pleads your cause to bind up. There are no healing medicines for you. All those loving you have forgotten you, they do not seek you. For I struck you as an enemy strikes, with cruel chastisement, because your crookedness is great. Your sins have increased. Why do you cry about your breach? Your pain is incurable. Because of your many crookednesses, because your sins have increased, I have done this to you. However, all those who devour you shall be devoured, and all your adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And those who exploit you shall be exploited, and all who prey upon you I shall make a prey. For I restore health to you and heal all of your wounds, declares Yahweh, for they have called you an outcast, saying, This is Zion, no one is seeking her. Thus said Yahweh, See, I turn back the captivity of Yaakov's tents, and have compassion on his dwelling places. And the city shall be built upon its own mound, and the palace stand on its right place. And out of them shall arise thanksgiving, and the voice of those who are laughing. And I shall increase them, and they shall not diminish. And I shall esteem them, and they shall not be small. And his children shall be as before, and his congregation shall be established before me. And I shall punish all who oppress them. And his ruler shall be from him, and his ruler shall come out from among him. And I shall bring him near, and he shall approach me. For who is this who pledged his heart to approach me, declares Yahweh? And you shall be my people, and I shall be your Elohim. See, the storm of Yahweh shall go forth in a rage, a whirling storm. It bursts upon the head of the wrong. The burning displeasure of Yahweh shall not turn back until he has done and established the purposes of his heart. In the latter days you shall understand it. Psalm 96. Sing to Yahweh a new song. Sing to Yahweh all the earth. Sing to Yahweh, bless his name, proclaim his deliverance from day to day. Declare his esteem among the nations, his wonders among all peoples. For great is Yahweh and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all mighty ones. For all the mighty ones of the people are matters of naught. But Yahweh made the heavens. Excellency and splendor are before him. Strength and comeliness are in his set-apart place. Ascribe to Yahweh, O clans of the people. Ascribe to Yahweh esteem and strength. Ascribe to Yahweh the esteem of his name. Bring an offering and come into his courts. Bow yourselves to Yahweh in the splendor of set-apartness. Tremble before him, all the earth. Say among the nations, Yahweh shall reign. The world also is established, immovable. He judges the people in straightness. Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar, and all that fills it. Let the field exult, and all that is in it. Let all the trees of the forest then shout for joy at the presence of Yahweh. For he shall come to judge the earth. He judges the world in righteousness, and the peoples with his truth. Okay, it is Acts chapter 7, but I'm going to do a tiny bit of context. We're talking about Stephen, and they set up, this is a couple verses before Acts chapter 7, and they set up false witnesses who said, This man does not cease to speak blasphemous words against the set-apart place and the Torah, for we have heard him saying that this Yeshua of Nazareth shall overthrow this place and change the institutes which Moshe delivered unto us. And all who sat in the council, looking steadily at him, saw his face was like the face of a heavenly messenger. And the high priest said, Is this so? And he replied, Men, brothers and fathers, listen. The Elohim of esteem appeared to our father Abraham when he was in Aram Naharim, before he dwelt in Haran, and said to him, Come out of your land and from your relatives, and come here into a land that I shall show you. Then he came out of the land of the Kasdim and dwelt in Haran. And from there, after the death of his father, he removed him to this land in which you now dwell. And he gave him no inheritance in it, not a foot of it. But he promised to give it to him for a possession and to his seed after him.